Welcome to Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonya.
Oh, well, because I've been a bit into crocheting just recently.
Yes.
So, and it's really useful because I have specific things that I want to crochet. Like I'm not into the plushies, and I don't know why. Well, I think it's partly because I actually find them quite, I don't know, intricate.
Yeah.
But also it's just like, what am I going to do with this stuffed toy? You know,
Yeah.
so that's more what it is. It's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. So I don't have huge amount of kids that are going to want my stuffed toys. So
Yeah.
so it's really handy if I can go in and they've just got a section on hats, because I'm a bit of a hat girl, or they've got a section on what they call sweaters. Of course, we call jumpers.
Yep.
You know, or American. Cardigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we all call them cardigans.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're into their sweaters, and ours is jumpers. And you know, the other really interesting thing, which is just completely off subject, but is with the whole, like, where I grew up, we just called yarn wool. Everything was wool. Like, you know, we go to the wool basket. Oh, Mum, have you got some wool I can knit with? Or, you know, Mum, have you got some wool I can crochet with? So it was just this generic term, wool. Well, what I notice in YouTube land, which of course a lot of the creators are American, it's yarn.
Yes.
And the British. I think they're a bit yarny too.
So where did Australians get the word yarn when we're talking about a story? Because we tell yarns, which are stories.
Well, that's a really interesting question, Dee.
Sorry.
I had never even thought about that, but it does make a bit of sense, doesn't it? Because it just, if you're telling a yarn, what it is a long, funny story with intricate details, which makes sense because a piece of yarn is just all swiggly and long and all joined together. And
you hear people say, well, knit the story together, or knit something together is when you're drawing all the bits together.
Yeah, so it does make sense. But yeah, so it's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, on the whole, a beret is a beret. Doesn't matter where I look for berets. We all call them the same thing. But the jumper and the wool. So I've noticed there's a girl here in Ballarat I found, a crochet girl. She's a Ballarat girl. So I follow her. And I haven't met her in person. I only watched her YouTube things, but I noticed every now and then she'd slip and call it wool, and I thought, oh, you've been called out in prior YouTube videos, and you have to use the word yarn. So she does. She's really good. She says yarn most of the time. And it's only and it's obviously becoming second nature. But I know a few weeks ago I noticed her say wool. Oh, I mean yarn. I thought, yeah, you were a wool girl too.
Yeah. Hit the subscribe button below if you want to follow Life Hacks Beyond Convention.